gentlemen, to whom it concerns, it's The Late Late Show. And here is your host, Gay Byrne.
But our first guest tonight is a guy who looks like he's cracked it. Looks like he's designed a board game, and it looks like he's going to make it. He's an ex-window cleaner, and he's from Banbridge, County Down. And we'd like you to meet him. Would you welcome, please, Bobby Evans from Banbridge. Sit down. Sit down.
It all started when I was a window cleaner. Well, it's not possible to clean windows in rainy days. I would sit down and come up with ideas for new board games. This all started from a child. My late father always encouraged us different ways to learn to count. For example, we would have put 10 pennies out. When we learned to count from 1 to 10 in the pennies, we could get the pennies and spend them. And they worked his way up to silver threepenny bits. And counted the silver threepenny bits, we got to spend them too. So I paid to learn how to count. When I got older, I enjoyed snooker, and it helped me to count. For every time you pot a ball, you add onto your score, and the whole idea is whoever has a high score wins the game. Darts, I thoroughly enjoy a game of darts, where you're starting off with 301 or 501. Every time you score, you add your score up. But in darts, you have also to take it away, so you're adding and taking away in darts. My father taught us the calendar through a deck of cards. There's one deck of cards equals a calendar. You have 4 different suits in a deck of cards. Each represents 4 different seasons: spring, summer, autumn, winter. If you look at the picture cards, you have 3 in each suit. 3 by 4 is 12. 12 picture of cards represents 12 months in a year. If you look, there's 52 cards in a pack. That's 52 weeks. If you take any suit, the middle card is 7. The number of days in a week. If you add the 8 is 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, the 10, Jack is 11, Queen is 12, King is 13, they all add up to 91. 4 91s is 264, and adding the joker for April Fool's Day, that gives us 365, the number of days in the calendar year. As you know, in Ireland we get plenty of rain, and as a window cleaner, that's no use to me. So in between the showers, I would come up with ideas. This was the first one for dealing me in. There's quite a lot on it, too much in fact. This was the same idea, only reduced, less information. And this is how the final one came out as in the actual game, Deal Me In, the most popular and successful game in Ireland. From the success of Deal Me In, I now design board games and newspaper games full time. They all have mathematics involved now. Have you ever wondered why window cleaners make so much noise? You can arrive at the wrong time and people can be in the wrong place. My worst experience personally was I had called, done the house, made plenty of noise, finishing off the house, and had 1 bedroom to do. And the ladder went up and I was at the window, and the door from the room went into the bathroom. And this couple were very excitable and didn't see me. I had done everything, I sung, I rocked the window, I rattled the ladder, and still they didn't see me. And finally, when they did come out of the bathroom, the shower, and they were coming into the bedroom, they were embarrassed, I was embarrassed, but they ended up in under the bed. So that's why we make plenty of noise.
During the time European arithmetic was being strangled by the powerful grip of the Roman digits, the really important advances were being made in India. There they invented a set of signs which developed into the numbers we use today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but most important of all, they brought 0 down to earth. The new numbers were brought to Europe about 1,000 years ago by the Arabs, and eventually arithmetic was released from the prison bars of the counting frame and the counting board. Now, when I write down the new numbers, where I place them has an amazing effect on their values or their size. 4 is, well, it's 4. But if I write another 4 to its left, this new 4 represents a value 10 times bigger than this 4. It's in the tens column. Another 4 on the left is 10 times bigger than this 4 and 100 times bigger than this 4. Now, if I add 2, 6, 3, I have 7. And then 6 tens plus 4 tens, which is 100. Now I carry that across to the next column, and I'm left with an empty space in the tens column. I hold that space empty by writing 0 or 0, and I finish off with 700. Now 0 is a truly amazing number. There, it represents nothing, it's empty. But if I write it after another number, say 4, it makes the 4 10 times larger, it's 40. Now if I add 0 to 4, I get 4. And if I take it away, 4 minus 0, I still have 4. If I multiply 4 by 0, I get 0, because 4 lots of nothing is a great big nothing. But if I divide 4 by 0, all I get is a great big problem. Why is it always dividing that causes so much trouble? And it's not surprising that in the Middle Ages, if you wanted to learn long division, you had to go to university in Italy to do so. Anyway, for all its problems, 0 may help me solve the problem of Achilles and his tortoise. But before I get to that, Johnny Ball's got another big problem with a number of letters.
Hello, come on in. I see he's got the check. The postman. Bill, circular. You know, it's amazing. The post office handles 60 million pieces of mail every single day, which is almost as much as they handled in a whole year when they set the service up. Of course, the question is, how much of it is important and how much of it, like a lot of this stuff, is junk? A few weeks ago, I received one of these, a chain letter. See, this lad wanted to get in the Guinness Book of Records for having the largest number of cards. So what he has to do is send him a card and then send 10 copies of the letter to friends. That meant, in this chain, at every stage, you would multiply the figure by 10. What does that mean mathematically? Well, it means after 6 stages, if nobody broke the chain, you'd involve 1 million people. After 10 stages, you'd have involved 10 billion people, which is twice the population of the Earth. Think about this. If every letter was just 1/10 of a millimetre thick, after 7 stages, all the letters involved would stretch 1 kilometre high. But after 30 stages, which is what this one seems to have gone through, all the letters would stretch from here halfway across the known universe. So you can see what chaos chain letters can cause, which is why they're banned in many countries. Not surprising, is it? A few years ago, I got one. It said, on receipt of this letter, parcel up your wife and send it to the person at the top of the list. Then cross his name out, put your name at the bottom, and pass it on to 5 of your friends. In 3 weeks' time, you will receive 1,532 wives. Warning, don't break the chain. The last fellow who did got his own wife back. Ta-da!